Hey guys, Filthy here, showing you how to take early game raiders. This is a day 7 raider fight. There's really too many raiders for us to be fighting, but we have the advantage of a caravan with us. This is because we're on a caravan mission, but it doesn't have to be because you're on a caravan mission. If you engage a raider group close enough to a caravan that's just neutral to you, that's just happening on the road nearby, or a peasant group, or a mercenary group, or whatever else, it will also pull them into the fight. So you can force situations in which you have more people on your team than your actual brothers. This is a band of poacher start, so our archers are decent, although early game archers aren't that good. They don't have particularly high damage. You can still see we're using short bows and a sling, and our accuracy is whatever. And the raiders are much more geared than us. So this is really, these types of fights are very much two things. They're one, a judgment call from the player on what we can take versus what we have to run from, and two, mechanics test for Battle Brothers. How good at the Battle Brothers mechanics are you? So our plan here is to allow the caravan hands to tank as much as possible. We don't want to be in a situation where we take the first line of raiders and the caravan hands are standing around in the back. We want them actively participating in this fight, even if it is just to tank the hits of the caravan hands. We will lose some of our caravan contract money if they kill donkeys, but them killing donkeys is much better than them killing brothers we care about. We're also aware that some of our team members right now are very weak, and they're brothers that are not going to get much better. So we're okay to lose a couple of our brothers, that's fine. And if we have to sacrifice them to get the objective, so be it. Let's protect our good brothers and leave the crappy ones to die, which is totally fine. And we're trying to take advantage of every adjacency bonus we can. Remember, every adjacent ally is a 5% chance to hit versus an enemy, so surrounding enemies is very valuable. That's one of our lowest value brothers. He's put over there to keep that guy occupied, let him stay in that position so we can shoot him with archers and we don't care if he dies. And we're identifying at the beginning of the fight, or more likely once the raiders have positioned a little bit, we're identifying which enemies we want to try to farm and which ones we just want to kill. You probably won't be able to take all of them. We'd love to take the equipment of pretty much every raider on the field here, but it's just very unlikely it's going to happen. So instead we will try to identify a couple raiders that are more likely that we're going to be able to get, and those are the ones that are otherwise engaged and also ones that are isolated potentially. So this guy with the 95 male and the kite shield in the middle that we just stunned, we're happy to have him killed. We'd like the 115 male on this guy, but it may or may not be possible. We have to be okay with a couple small increases in value at the cost of winning the fight, as opposed to being overly greedy and dying. So still working on killing that one guy. Morale breaks are very important. They reduce raider accuracy and raider melee defense and might eventually cause a rout, and a rout would be extremely beneficial for us. So going for the dagger. Yeah, that's what I like to see. So identified 115 male. That's a huge upgrade for us. If you look at the rest of our guys on the field, we're mostly running around in 30 armor here, with super weak tier 1 weapons. So killing the archer makes a lot of sense. Getting him just dead is off the field. We don't really care about his gear as much. Allows us to focus on what we're getting. Using the daggers for puncture is extremely important in trying to get adjacency bonuses. The only time you'll see me not take those adjacency bonuses is when I believe that the raider is going to live at least for another round or two, and he's dangerous enough that I don't want to put a valuable brother next to him. So already he gets hits on us, unfortunately, but we do break him, and we've done only damage to his, in this case, his body directly, but it could have been his head to save the armor. It's only a chance-based drop whether or not you get armor or weapons, and it's based on the durability damage they've taken. So as armors go down on hits, as they get hit more, it's less likely they'll drop, and as weapons swing more, it's less likely they'll drop. All right, so the end of this fight's a little bit tricky. There's a raider on high ground with a shield and an annoying weapon and pretty heavy gear, and we're running out of caravan hands. And there's another raider with a kite shield with a ton of defense, still alive, and our brothers are pretty wounded. Part of this is being willing to sacrifice brothers, and part of this is trying to take advantage of as many morale checks and adjacency bonuses as we can. That raider is confident, which sucks. This is the only downside of having using a kind of fodder strategy, is that as enemies die, raiders will morale will improve, and eventually confident is a bonus in the same way that wavering is a penalty. So we're trying to just set up, put people with high HP, which in this case is 20 to 30 armor, and like 50 to 60 HP in most likes, maybe 80, depending on if we have like Colossus on them or not. And then just swarm them down and try to take their gear. Double confident raiders, one of whom is on elevation, super dangerous. The goal is to stay away from that one raider, get him to either come off the high ground or go into a position where it's easier to interact with him. We can knock him off high ground if we have a shield. Positioning raiders to take advantage of elevation changes in the early game is great. You don't have a ton of stamina, and most of your brothers are not going to have recover at this stage, so there is a limited number of times you could do that, but often that is one of the ways that you can take advantage of this. This is something else that's worth doing. Check the ground for items. Lots of times in the early game when you have super crappy weapons and you don't have a lot of gear, you can pick up valuable additions. In this case, I pick up a shield because I want to put that swordsman next to the raider without having him killed. I'm looking for daggers actively on the ground so I can farm him easier, and I'm looking for stun items. I don't want him to run. He is confident he's going to do some damage, but the brothers are fairly low value and I need to get time to surround him. He's come off the high ground, which is super good for us, and then we'll just try to put brothers next to him. Each brother causes a resolve check, and each brother gives us adjacency bonuses, and we want his gear. And again, this is day 7. So this is one of the most important things you can do in the early game is farm raiders. So we get a little bit nice roll on the stun. Stun makes it very, very safe to deal with him. Low level maces, both the bludgeon that we're using here and the wooden stick, are excellent in the early game to have available to you because they cause very, very little armor damage while setting up to allow you to kill the raider. So that you disable his ability to hurt you while simultaneously preventing damage to his armor, which means you have a higher chance to get it. So I'm not hearing my own volume from this, and you guys probably could. I think I was determining whether or not I wanted to put the brother with basically one more hit into melee range with him yet, and I basically said wait till next turn, give him another. This is another thing you can do with waiting, is give the raider time to attack before moving in. And it may be another round or two, but we can take our time. This guy's weapon is very dangerous versus armor, but we don't actually have a lot of armor. It does only a little bit of HP damage, so it's not quite as dangerous. We're rolling on very low rolls. These are 11%ers. The raider's confident with the shield walling. You can run raiders out of stamina by repeatedly attacking them as well as surrounding them. Repeatedly attacking them as well as letting them shield wall every single turn. They do have increased fatigue recovery compared to player characters, so it's a little bit harder to do it, but you still can eventually do it to the point where they're only going to take one action per turn. And all it takes is 1 or 2 hits. You can see right there, we got the first puncture knocked him out of confident. The second puncture knocked him into wavering. And then I decided that was a safe enough position to move into now with everybody except that one dagger guy, and then move the dagger guy in. And the end result of this is super important. This is day 7. We just picked up a tier 2 spear, a 115 mail, a 110 mail, a 110 helm, and a 140 helm. And we did this again on day 7 with brothers who are basically in 30 mail and 30 armor, like 30 durability armor. That type of upgrade is huge for your campaign. That lets you snowball very quickly and lets you get ahead of the curve in terms of the enemies you're facing, and lets you go on to take enemies that are actually valuable to attack. So anytime you can do something like this in the early game with raiders, it's extremely valuable. You should be actively looking for raider groups and raider camps, especially in the very, very early game. Anyways, guys, hopefully this was helpful. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon. A marksman? Oh, God. Run ends here, just so we're clear. All right. Oh, we've got caravan hands. Maybe it doesn't. $115 mail, 90, 95. I think that's, can't see those. Those might be double 90s. It might be 115, 90. This is gonna be a tough fight. Every battle can be won, sure, but at some point you just go, you need to win this battle, or you just restart the seed, right? Like a lot of times exploring a seed is a little bit about finding out where the better parts are to level, and this southwestern area has been pretty bad for us so far. It's been slow. What I need to do is allow the caravan hands time to go forward. That was only 55, that's good. I wanted to go there, but he took my spot. My weapon is a little bit scary right now. Alright, caravan hands. It's time for you guys to step up. Into the breach, caravan hands. He's got an arming sword. Oh god, that's gonna hurt so much. We don't have flails. There aren't even flails here. Good stun. Now the problem is the guy has like 1 billion health. Hey, that's not gonna help anyone. You can't just run away from your problems. He's got a fucking kite shield. Good stun. Good stun. Alright, do we ablate Darple here? This guy has been incredible in blocking my movements. When he was standing there, he blocked this guy from running to that location, and now he's there, he blocks me from moving to there. It's very impressive. He's doing a great job of running perfect interference on my team. I'm not sure that's our goal. Certainly his goal. I don't know what the hell we're ever going to do about an elevated pick with 150 with 110 gear. We can get some sweet stuff out of this. This is the type of fight you want to take early. Just we would have liked it like a little bit less in the raiders and a little bit more in the fucking poachers. Or, not poachers, the other one. Thugs. Yeah, not great for us. Nice. Maybe he can soul the archer. Archer is elevated. I give him like a 50-50. I don't have a dagger here. Yeah, you're still doing nothing, huh? You're like the cowardly one. Okay, this guy's only a 90 mil. I think attacking him is fine. I can't leave all my guys out of there, but... Oh, nice stun. Guy's a champ. Thought I had more daggers in this. That fucking arming sword hurt. The sword didn't drop? Come on, he hit once with it. That's so much money in the early game. Yeah, I have no idea how we're going to deal with this Brigand Raider. Yeah, the short bow dropped as opposed to the arming sword. There's a bit of a difference in quality there. Wasn't it a hunting bow? No, it was a fucking short bow. Better than a sling. That is technically true. Don't want to be underneath him. Oh, I forgot to pick the spear up at the end of all that. God damn it. Confident my ass. All right. I want his gear. How are we gonna get him? His weapon does a lot of armor damage, but we don't have a lot of armor. I think we knock him into the donkeys and see if we can get him to take attacks there. So there's a shield on the ground that we can pick up. Another one there. You little fucker. Totally not acceptable. Don't need that spear. Did he just recover? Who knew farmhands had recover? Not this guy. Or caravan hands. Okay, so he oh no. You're not letting him leave. He may kill the entire team, but he's got armor. And it's our armor. And we want it. I didn't drop his dagger. I mean, we did puncture this guy to death, and this was a 115 piece. Oh, it gets stunned. It's gonna be a very tempting target for this guy if we put him next to him. Wish Shaw had a dagger. Shield wall. Yeah, still confident's a big deal. It'd be very tough to break him. Almost exhausted. Are there diminishing returns in this game? Melee defense has diminishing returns after I think it's 50. Other than that, not really. I mean, certainly in terms of risk versus reward, there's diminishing returns, but... I didn't get the impression that's what you're asking. I want to use this dagger, but there's no fucking way I'm putting him in there right now. Presumably at some point he won't be able to attack and shield wall this turn. I like how the farmhand isn't doing anything. Or the other guy. It's promising. Super promising. All right. 110 and 115 mail, 140 hat. We didn't get the arming sword or the dagger. Picked up another bow as well. Seems like not bad loot, huh? Not bad at all. Sweet, nerf foxing. Who went out crazy seed hunting and found this? Wyonin, and he wrote a program to look for it. He found 10 seeds with Determine. Because the guy's a boss. Alright, what do we have? A little bit light HP gear in the front. Let's grab the 50 helm here. Okay, front line's a little sketched. Do I want a sword over this weapon? Probably not. I hate this weapon though. Alright, we're gonna try this. This could wipe our run. I started high ground, huh? Okay. I could take high ground. I was hoping to get some more running and shooting stuff going on, but... So 9 isn't too bad. I think that was the lowest roll it could get, right? Just gotta get into the hills for our side. A weird hill system. Fuck you. It's my archer. That's a wound that... Fucking marksman! It's a wound that reduces accuracy in a fight that's super close already. What befell us? We ran into a group of zombies, and the zombies apparently were ready to brawl. No, don't protect him. I was waiting for this guy. The entire round I was waiting on this guy. That sucks. Some good gear here, but it's going to be a little bit tough to get at it. Nice headshot. Can't be here. Well, can I be here? Probably not. Wish he'd stop protecting the archer. Now he stops protecting them. Can take that high ground. This club hurts a lot though. I don't know what I want to do about that quite yet. So the guys with shields are the disposables. Could move them down. Try to tank some stuff. I don't want this guy getting up here either though. I could just try to hold him off over there. Three, 5, 7, 9. All right, let's go here. 3, 5, 7, 9. Let's go there. Might draw his attention. Might draw his attention. I am gonna move next to this, which means we're gonna get hit by it this turn. Which is gonna suck. Oh, headshot there is so good. Less good when you miss, but good. Drawing crossbow fire. Missed his attack there. Fantastic. Okay, they're still trying to flank us. Did lock on there. Great. Okay, that one's down. Tried for a stun there, be resisted. Archers. Not moving closer to that guy. I want that guy's gear, so we'll wait. Let's give the crossbow something else to shoot at. Okay, underneath that, it's okay. Crossbow's pissing off. Fantastic. Alright. Kind of want his gear as well. I don't know if we're going to get there, but maybe. Forgot to name the new guy. Oops. I could be okay with just his gear. Is he a 90 or 115? I think he was 115. Let's just try to kill this guy. Fight broke down kind of how we wanted it. It's nice. Let him make his attacks before we surround. Use your shield wall. Let's let him get rid of that too if he wants to. Headshot, sure. Nice, he's broke. Tried to puncture and failed. All right. 90 mail. So we killed 2 people with 95 mails and kept a 90. It's kind of questionable. Didn't get the mace, or the yeah, the mace. We got the hammer. I don't really like the hammer that much. I really like the mace. So kind of meh loot there. The loot for the actual town wasn't very good either. Is it worth? Probably. All right, how are we on people right now? 79 of 93 is a little bit wounded. He's kind of headed in the right direction. We could just follow it for a little bit longer. Just make sure it doesn't go into the trees is all. Maybe right here. Missing a little bit of HP on Skiing through. Nice to have some slightly higher damage weapons. 67. Is this good enough to use something like one of these bad boys? I don't love this weapon. It's okay. Would have been really nice to have gotten that hunting bow. Kind of disappointing we didn't, honestly. All right. It's a pike. That's a super scary weapon and a really nice addition to our arsenal if we can pick it up. These guys are fairly geared. They rolled 2-5. I was hoping for 3-4. This has to be the primary target. Raiders with pike can move 2 and attack as well. I know I want that. The primary target was too far away. This guy's a thug. We can shoot him down and kill him. I really would like another round or two before engaging. Not sure they're going to give it to us or not. Looks like they are. Pike went for it. Engaging this thing is sometimes bait because they rotate him out. Haven't done all that much damage yet to this group. It's pretty high damage. It's a tier 2 sword with dual grip, tier 2 axe, dual grip, tier 2 flail, dual grip, a pike, a pick, and a fucking tier 1 sword. Like, it's really high damage. It's really tempting to engage in that pike. Is there any world in which he walks in and hits one of my archers? Two hits is great. Two misses, less so. Skeeter is essentially dead at this point. Fucker. Come on. Cover. Kind of weird. Fuck. The guy needs to die before he acts. He has a lot of damage. Can ignore his zone of control to move in there. Block the pike. Panic's good. If we kill this guy, we might get another one. This guy's already attacked for the turn. Double miss makes that totally irrelevant. I think we just want to take this guy down. Chance I just die moving in there. I don't think the spear will kill. That's an end turn. Nice. Triple morale hits for them.
A renewal. Welcome back.
I would love that guy's gear. Maybe we can break him. Nice. Double break there from killing him. Excellent. Thank you, Xana, for the 6-month resub. Alright, hopefully killing him and surrounding him can pick up the gear. Needs to stop. There we go. Alright, I will take his gear because it's free, but it's not particularly exciting gear, of course. Didn't mean to skip him there. Alright, what do we get? 95, got the pike. Tier 2 weapon, another 105 helm. It's a pretty good haul for us. Our people are getting pretty beat up though.